Let's move on to a lighter topic, the small matter of family breakup and divorce. Because today, is the first working Monday of January, is Divorce Day. Well, let's talk to Vanessa Lloyd Platt, who's a leading divorce lawyer and joins us now. A very good afternoon to you, Vanessa.
And to you, and Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Well, it's going to be a busy day for you and your fellow divorce lawyers, because this is the day when people go, well, we stayed together for the Christmas period for the kids, or they go, well, we thought everything was OK, but God, if I spend another minute with my other half, it's over. This is the day people go to the divorce lawyers. I mean, is it becoming a worse problem, or fewer people getting divorced? What are the latest stats?
Well, if you talk to a lot of lawyers today, there's quite a few coming out and saying there's no such thing as Divorce Day on the 6th of January. And there's even some divorce lawyers saying don't get divorced. So it's a very strange approach. However, we have normally found that the worst time for people coming in, or the best time for us, is the end of January or beginning of February. It's like we've got the first day of the sales on. It really does become quite overwhelming. And the reason why is Christmas can be wonderful for some people, but it can be a nightmare for others, and particularly clashes over family issues. Yeah. Why are we spending more money on your family than mine? Why your family coming over so much, not mine? Spending so much time together when people are used to having some kind of independence from each other.
Well, going to work, getting away. Obviously, do what I do, by the way, much easier. Just go abroad. Don't deal with any of it. It's really, really easy. But I read something today about how unhappy couples are now delaying divorce because of money worries, and actually there are couples who are staying together because they just simply can't afford not to stay together. They can't afford to split into two separate homes.
Well, this has been the problem that we saw the year before last. Last year was our busiest year ever. And it was, but when there was the announcement about the budget, people went into spasm. Even couples that were going through divorce said, let's wait, let's stop, let's halt the proceedings at the moment, because we are so worried about how we are going to deal with all of this financially. But now they are coming back again, having seen that they can cope with what is now going into recession. But whenever there is a recession or financial worries, there is a slowdown in divorce.
And it doesn't mean people are happier, because we know money worries is a massive issue for many couples. It's just because they can't afford to break up.
Well, that's right. And what we are seeing is even people that we are divorcing are still staying living together because they can't afford to sell the home straight away, or there are problems with the taxes now that they're having to pay, etc. But one of the important issues that we really want to emphasize is, if you are going to get divorced, don't give up your pension rights, particularly if you're a woman, straight away. Do discuss it with the lawyer. Do think through whether you want to trade off your pension to keep more of the house or the house itself, because many women in particular, we are discovering, are really missing out on that issue.
And you don't pay for it now, but you'll pay for it later. I mean, the thing is, the reality is, I've read some interesting stats on this, that actually most people who get divorced, unless you've been in an incredibly abusive, controlling, very unpleasant relationship, that actually most people aren't any happier after divorce than they were before.
My clients are.
I'm better off. If I ever do get divorced, Vanessa, I mean, you're definitely the first call I make.
Oh, bless. But no, it's very important that people do think through very carefully at this time of year what they want to do. Some people react and just think we've had enough, and then they rush into our office. Don't do that. Think it through, and we will discuss through with people the pros and cons. There are times when we say to people, look, it really is not worth getting divorced. You will be so worse off.
You've actually taught people out. Very fascinating. Vanessa Lloyd Platt, thank you very much indeed. Now, Sam, I'm sure you're not married. It's not an issue for you. I have to say, I'd never make my husband that happy.
I have to say, I've got bizarrely strong views on this. I think divorce is far too easy to get.
I agree with you.
If
you've got kids and you haven't gone to at least 6 months of counselling, I think it's immoral.
Yeah, and what is our response? It's to make it even easier to say that you don't have to prove fault of any kind. You can get divorced just on a whim. I think these are bizarrely dangerous things to be doing as a society.
Yeah, we've been getting married should be harder, I think, actually, weirdly, you know, making that commitment. But that's, if he doesn't want to put a ring on your finger, maybe he's telling you something, ladies, is also my view. But there we are. Fascinating, that conversation.